If, sister, you can point out a single unequivocal statement from anywhere in the Bible, a single unambiguous statement from anywhere in the Bible where Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, himself says that I am God, or where he says worship me, I, Zakir, Naik, am ready to accept Christianity today.
If you have paid attention to the Holy Bible reading, Hebrews chapter 1, you would have already heard an irrefutable case for the divinity of Jesus. Who says Jesus is God? Who says worship him? God the Father says Jesus is God, and God the Father says worship him. In Hebrews chapter 1 verse 8, God the Father calls Jesus as God. In Hebrews chapter 1 verse 6, God the Father says, let all the angels of God worship Jesus. In Hebrews chapter 1 verse 10, God the Father says, Jesus is the creator of heaven and the earth. This is the testimony of God the Father. If anybody contradicts the God the Father, he makes God a liar.
I'd be happy to show you where Jesus said, I am God, worship me. As soon as you show me where he said, I'm only a prophet, don't worship me, in those exact words. No other words. I want just the words, I'm only a prophet, don't worship me. That's what Muslims believe about Jesus, right? Well, if you can't show me those exact words, the Islamic view of Jesus must be false. This will help show that demanding specific words is absurd. The fact that so many Muslims use this approach, an approach that, if applied consistently, could be used against Islam, strongly suggests that Islamic apologetics isn't meant to get people to the truth. It's meant to confuse. Surah 57, verse 3 of the Quran refers to Allah as the first and the last. The first and the last are two of Allah's 99 names. The Old Testament agrees that God is the first and the last, as we read in the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 6, Thus says the Lord, the King of Israel and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, I am the first and I am the last, and there is no God besides me. When Lord is written in all caps in the Old Testament, the term refers to Yahweh, the creator of the universe. So both the Bible and the Quran refer to God as the first and the last. Since the first and the last is one of God's titles, should a mere prophet be calling himself the first and the last? That's exactly what Jesus does in Revelation chapter 1, verses 17 to 18, where he says, Do not be afraid, I am the first and the last, and the living one, and I was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and of Hades. Reinterpret that one, Muslims. Tell me what Jesus really meant when he took a title which can only be applied to God and applied it to himself.